Attention passionate Detroit, Lions fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Detroit Lions' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Detroit Lions fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Detroit LIONS fans. Let's get to the news, so, folks, buckle up because the NFL rumor mill is buzzing, and this one could shake the NFC North to its core. Word on the street is that the Detroit Lions are very interested in making a bold move this offseason. And the key piece in this puzzle is none other than Patrick Surtain, the Denver Broncos star cornerback. Now I know what you're thinking. Why would the Lions go after a player like Surtain? Well, the details are pretty intriguing, and if this deal goes down, it could significantly bolster Detroit's secondary, pushing them even closer to Super Bowl contention. Sources close to league whispers suggest that the Broncos, currently sitting at 4-11 in the 2025 season, are in a tough spot. After a rocky start, especially following Nathaniel Hackett's disappointing tenure and Russell Wilson's underwhelming performance, the team finds itself in rebuild mode. The Broncos are looking to shed some cap space and rebuild with draft picks, and Surtain, a lockdown corner, is seen as a prime candidate to be part of that rebuild. The buzz is that Denver might be willing to trade him for a first-round pick plus a second-rounder, freeing up roughly $24 million in cap space. This cap space could then be used to shore up the offensive line, which has been a significant weakness this season, especially after allowing 21 sacks and giving up too many big plays. Now, why does this matter so much for the Lions? Well, for starters, Detroit has been quietly building one of the most formidable defenses in the league, led by stars like C.J. Gardner-Johnson and Amon-Ra St. Brown on offense, but their secondary has been somewhat inconsistent, especially with injuries. The addition of Surtain could be the missing piece that elevates their coverage to elite levels. Surtain, after all, has been a top-tier shutdown corner, dominating in 2025 with 85 tackles, 6 interceptions, top in the league, 18 pass breakups, and a stellar 91. 3 PFF grade. His ability to lock down receivers and make game-changing plays in the secondary is exactly what Detroit needs to take that next step. Imagine a secondary with Surtain paired alongside Emmanuel Moseley and the improving Jerry Jacobs. That kind of talent can completely transform how opposing offenses attack Detroit. Surtain's stats this season are impressive. He's allowed a completion percentage of just 45%, with opponents struggling to get anything consistent against him. His tackle win rate is at 87%, and after the catch, he's holding opponents to just 3 yards per reception. His career stats are equally impressive: 15 interceptions and over 320 tackles, with 0 injuries in 2025, unlike in 2024 when he dealt with a hamstring issue. His presence could make a huge difference in tight playoff games, where shutting down the pass is often the key to victory. Now, let's put this into perspective. Think back to the Rams' 2019 season when Jalen Ramsey was traded for multiple picks, and how that boosted their defense, helping them reach the Super Bowl. Surtain has that same potential, a true game-changer who can tilt the field in Detroit's favor. The Lions have been a team on the rise with a 10-5 record this season, and they're looking to punch through to the next level. Adding a player of Surtain's caliber could be the final piece they need to make a deep playoff run and challenge the top teams in the NFC. But of course, Denver's not just giving him away for nothing. The Broncos are reportedly skeptical about parting with him, especially given his impact. Losing Surtain could cost them around 20% in secondary performance, which is a big hit considering how much the AFC West is in flux right now, especially with the Chiefs dominating at 13-2. The AFC is a gauntlet, and Denver's rebuilding efforts could be hampered without a lockdown corner like Surtain. For the Lions, this is a strategic move. Projected to add around 7 interceptions per season with Surtain, their pass defense could see a dramatic improvement, going from allowing 220 passing yards per game to just 180. That's a 22% increase in interceptions and a massive boost in defensive stability. Plus, Detroit's coverage scheme, which already features a solid man-to-man approach, would become even more effective, especially against deep passes. With Surtain on the field, teams would think twice before throwing deep, knowing they have to contend with his ability to shut down top receivers. Moreover, Surtain's presence could help stabilize the secondary, especially with players like Branch, who's already shown flashes of brilliance with an 86, 7 PFF grade and 4 interceptions. His partnership with Certain could create a formidable duo that makes opposing quarterbacks think twice. The secondary, which has been a bit inconsistent at times, would become a real strength, something that can keep the Lions in every game, especially in the playoffs. From a strategic standpoint, adding Certain would also improve Detroit's overall field position. His coverage ability translates into more turnovers, an extra 7 INTs per season, leading to more scoring opportunities. His ability to cover man-to-man with a plus 25% advantage provides much-needed stability against deep routes, giving the Lions a better chance to control the tempo and dictate the game. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture. The Lions have been knocking on the door for a while now, and this season's 10-5 record proves they're serious contenders. But to truly take that next step and contend for Super Bowl LXI, they need to find ways to tighten up their secondary, especially against high-powered offenses like the 49ers and Eagles. Certain's addition could be that difference maker, turning the Lions into one of the most feared defenses in the league. Looking ahead, the odds for Detroit winning Super Bowl LXI are already trending favorably, going from plus 800 to plus 300 if they land Certain. That kind of boost shows how much faith there is in this potential move. Certain could become that X-factor in the playoffs, where his ball-hawking skills, 3 defensive touchdowns in his career, could be the difference between an early exit and a deep playoff run. His ability to create turnovers and change the course of a game on a single play is exactly what Detroit needs to elevate themselves into true contenders. Now, looking at the big picture, the NFL offseason is shaping up to be fascinating. The Lions are clearly positioning themselves as aggressive players, ready to make bold moves to improve. With a talented roster, an emerging defense, and now the potential addition of Certain, Detroit is setting the stage for something special. This move could also set a precedent for how they approach future seasons, targeting proven difference-makers and building a team capable of competing at the highest level. Of course, Denver's side of the equation isn't just about giving up their star CB. They're in a tough spot financially and strategically, trying to rebuild and retool for the future. The trade talks are heating up, and if the Lions can pull this off, it would send a clear message. Detroit is all in for a Super Bowl run. It's a bold statement, but this team has the talent, the coaching, and now possibly the star power to make it happen. All in all, this potential trade is one of those game-changing moves that could define the Lions' offseason and set the tone for the next few years. It's about building a team that's not just good but elite, ready to take on the best and come out on top. The fans are buzzing, the players are hungry, and the front office is clearly thinking big. So stay tuned, Lions fans, because this offseason could be one of the most exciting in recent memory. The possibility of Certain in Honolulu Blue is not just a dream. It's becoming a real possibility that could reshape everything we know about Detroit's Super Bowl aspirations. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Detroit Lions news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Detroit Lions fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential blockbuster move? Do you think Certain is the missing piece that can push Detroit over the top? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Lions. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates on this story and everything else happening in Detroit's NFL world. Keep the passion alive and let's keep dreaming about that Super Bowl. That's what we're all here for.